Welcome. This video is long overdue. The kitchen is an absolute mess because I'm doing a lot of filming today, but I want to show you how to make cranberry juice and can it safely. This is the time of year where I see the beautifully aesthetic jars with cranberries and sugar, and then you boil them and then you have to wait a month to drink it. That's not a USDA approved, safe, or tested method, and a lot of people don't share that it's Rebel canning, so just popping in for your reminder that that is Rebel canning. I'm going to teach you the right way to make cranberry juice and you can drink it immediately. Also, I'm Maria. I share a lot about conscious consumption, sustainability, and cooking. If that's interesting to you, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you want to see more canning long form, definitely like this video because I'm thinking about adding it to my content calendar, and I use likes to determine what I should do content on. Okay, now let's go. I am super out of counter space, so this is what we're going to do for now. So I bought 3 bags of this Ocean Spray cranberries. They are 2 pounds each. We're gonna start by just washing them. This is also just remnants from juicing cranberries in my cast iron juicer. And I'm just gonna pull out any of them that look like bruised like this, that look like they're starting to go bad. There's always a few in every batch that are just like super soft. This is my compost bowl for the day. Okay, now let's wash them. Now we're going to move these cranberries into the big pot. Okay, so this is about 6 pounds of cranberries. So this calls for 2.5 pounds of cranberries and 8 cups of water. So I want about 20 cups of water in this pot. And I do use our reverse osmosis filter, so this will take a while. All right, Rebel canners, if you're here, don't crap on my page for using USDA approved methods. Not everybody likes to Rebel can. Lots of people like to follow safe and tested methods. That's why I share them, and that's why I call out Rebel canning. My kitchen, my rules. This is the cranberry recipe I follow. All recipes are safe and tested and approved by the government. USDA also has their own guide to canning, and I'll make sure to have the link in the description of the video. It's a great resource for beginners if you want to can and just want to know what you're getting into. Don't trust the government. That's what a lot of people say. But you know what? The government knows how to can things safely in a home kitchen, so I will trust the government. Thank you very much. Okay, so that's 8 cups of water, and then once we get all of this filled with water, we're going to bring it to a boil over medium-high heat, and then once it gets to a boil, reduce heat and boil gently until the cranberries burst. 12. There we go. Now I can see the water. So the previous method is literally just putting cranberries in a jar, putting boiling water over them, adding sugar, stirring it, adding a lid, and then boiling it, then canning it. You can't do that because not all of the cranberries will burst, and if there's air inside of it, it could harbor bacteria. So that's why the method is unsafe. I think this is 16. A lot of people have asked, well then, so why don't you just cut the cranberries in half? Theoretically, I feel like that would work. But also, I do not have a safe and tested recipe that's like that, nor can I test recipes in my home kitchen and prove that they're safe in every kitchen. So I'm not going to tell you that you can do that. It's really easy to just boil the cranberries first. I promise. It's not that big of a deal. This video is turning to be a lot more sassy than I anticipated. 20 cups of water. Now we're going to boil this. Medium-high heat, I always do like 6. Okay, almost all of the berries have popped. I'm going to show you my setup over here. I've got an empty stock pot, a colander that fits just like in the top of it, and then this is a cheesecloth bag. Yes, it's massive. I accidentally ordered a really giant one. It's fine. It works great. So I'm just gonna put the cheesecloth in the colander, and then I'm pouring my cranberry mixture, juice and all, into here, and then it's gonna drain for 2 hours undisturbed. You don't wanna squeeze this down or do anything with it. You're literally just gonna let it sit. Go do something else with your time. This is what we're at. And I'm just gonna do another mix to make sure that pretty much every cranberry's popped. All of the berries have popped. Okay, now we're gonna drain it into my setup. Oh, this is so heavy. That's not gonna work. Okay, we're gonna scoop some in and then strain it. It is too heavy for me to lift up. That's okay, we'll get the weight of these berries out. We have a better idea. Amazing. This was made for this pot, so. Double strained cranberry juice. We'll wait just a few minutes, let this continue to drip, and then add the rest of the bowl in there. Hi, hello, I hope you can hear me over the vent fan. So this finished draining. This is all the cranberry pulp. This is the leftover juice. And then we have to bring it to 190 degrees for 5 minutes. So that's where we're at now. And then we can get to canning. I'm also gonna taste a little bit of it to see if it needs sugar, because sugar is optional to add. You actually don't need any sugar. Oh yeah, okay, so we're at 210 degrees. So it's gotta be like this for 5 minutes. Hey Google, set a 5-minute timer. And then I can can. Double check that it's still over 190. We're good. We're gonna swap burners. And here's my canner with water to start heating up. Just checking that this is still at 190. Yep. Okay, and I skim off the foam. I don't like foam in my juice, so I will collect it and then just take it out. Hey Google, stop. Okay, so my juice is still at the temperature. It's time to get my jars filled and loaded into the canner. Hot jars from the dishwasher, hot juice. Okay, I'm not gonna use a canning funnel. I don't need one at this point. That's a lie. I need one at this point. And we're filling our jars to a 1/4 inch headspace. Okay, so I've got my headspace tool. A 1/4 inch is this first mark. So I want to fill it until it gets to there. The juice touches, so we stop. I am using 4-jar lids. I have an affiliate code. I will leave it in the description. I'm never offended if you don't want to use an affiliate link, but I do appreciate any and all support. So I've got my lids here. I'm gonna just rinse them off. It's no longer required to boil the lids or soak them in hot water. Okay, this is my rim juice. It's just filled with plain old white vinegar. Wipe the top, add my lid, add a ring, fingertip tight, using my ball grabber, adding it to my water bath canner. Now, I basically do the process a million more times. I always get asked too where these ladles are from. This is a Super Cubes ladle. They've got the pour spouts, and honestly, a game changer for canning. And there you go, my beautiful cranberry juice. Okay, so this is now at a rolling boil, so we're gonna let this boil for 15 minutes with the cover on. Okay, my 15-minute timer is up. My burner gets shut off, and the canner lid comes off, and I let these rest for 5 minutes before I take them out of the canner and then put them on a towel to cool down for 24 hours. Hey Google, set a 5-minute timer. Okay, so the last step is to take all of the jars out and then put them on the towel, and then they cool overnight. You'll also hear them ping and seal too. Okay, and that's it. I'll let this water cool down and then I'll dump it, and then these I won't touch until tomorrow morning. See you then. Okay, 24 hours later, I'm taking off my rings. It's actually like 20 hours later. Taking off all of the rings and then checking my seals. I do this in a couple different ways. I lift up the jar by just the lid. The seals should be strong enough that it should be able to handle the weight of the jar. So I do that with all of them. And you should also not be able to like pry off the lid with your fingers. You should need a bottle opener. So you could even go like this. Put a little bit of pressure on it. Not moving. Now you're looking for a sound. High-pitched sound shows that your jar is sealed. So that's probably easier for you to hear. That's the sounds you want. Everything's sealed. This is what a jar sounds like when it has not sealed all the way. It'll have a lower pitch, like a very hollow sound. That's what it'll sound like. You shouldn't be able to feel your button go up and down. This button goes down, not sealed. None of these buttons are coming up, are up or down. So they're all sealed. So now you can just take a cloth, wipe around the rim, or wash the jars in your sink with soap and water, and then put it on your pantry shelf after you label it with what it is and the date that you made it. Don't forget to label it. The reason you're washing the jars is in case you have any sort of food particles. It's less required for things like juice, but you want to make sure that if there's any food particles on the outside of your jar or underneath the rim, that you're getting it off of there so it doesn't go bad on your shelf. It also, in the sink, gives you a good time to push up on your lids, make sure that they all are truly sealed. Sometimes with sticky things, the lid rim can stick to the jar instead of actually sealing to the jar. And that's it. Making cranberry juice the correct non-rebel canning way is very easy. I don't understand why people rebel can juice, but I do see it all of the time, every single winter. So don't be like that. Don't rebel can. The extra little bit of effort is not worth the safety of your family. Okay, that's it. That's all I got for you today. Drop any of your canning questions down in the comments below. If you're a rebel canner, don't bother. My kitchen, my rules. We follow safe canning methods in this kitchen. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Happy safe canning, and I'll see you next time.